Hello there, you Planet Coaster 2 friends. We are in the next episode of our Pleasure Pond. I believe it is episode number 7, which is my lucky number. It's my favorite number. So today, as we talked last time around, I did a little break to get some drinks and stuff. We are adding the coasters. So I will pause the game right here. We're still on day 1, by the way. It's kind of crazy. But I'll eventually let the game run for a bit in a moment. But I want to build these 2 big attractions to see if we can make the whole system go a bit nicer. So what I figure is also we need to squeeze in another flat ride somehow over here to make some more traffic in this corner. I feel like this is little to non-traffic over here. We may actually squeeze that here. So I will, before we start doing anything else, I will move a couple things away here, which we did last episode. But yeah, it's just what it is, We got to fix things on the go. So we are just going to try to make this backstage over here hidden as best as possible, which I think is good. But we are opening up the front a little to have some more buzz going on over here. As I said, also a restaurant would be kind of nice. So if we were to go to facilities, not custom blueprints, we're going to have a look if we can find a restaurant. So let's actually go to shops and then we say restaurant. This is where we have some. I believe we should have a good one in here. I mean, somehow restaurants rather these ones are the in-game ones, but what is it? Cyberpunk Noodle Bar? Wasn't that the? Yeah, I quite like that one. I did download this one for my German park. Actually, you know what? It's nice, but it's not the one I needed. So maybe we have to look for one. In fact, I mean, I have the Star Wars one that I did, but this absolutely massive thing doesn't fit into our park over here. So we got to check another one out. Then let's go for the flat ride first and say blueprints. And we do have a couple of these wonderful days. So one, we have the Flügelstürmer, which is a kind of a nice family ride we could put down. We also have this kickflip, which I am also kind of a big fan of. But we also would have the... Is it carousel? No, that's the one we have. Don't we did the... This is the whirlpool thing, the Kraken whirlpool. I think we did that one over here. Yeah, exactly. And then we have this kind of thing. Yeah, the splashy one. That one is rather big, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So this one would block the entire view of that main station. That makes no sense at all. And this entire ride, I think we don't even do this ride. As much as I like the design of it, I don't think we have it. We also have the Rhythm Express over here, which is a kind of a carnival ride. I like that one, but I do see this as a part on here in the front, which could be kind of a nice addition to the front area, That's like a kind of a fun fair ride indeed. So Rhythm Express is something you would actually have like in a couple days. There is the German kind of Düsseldorf Rheinkirmes, which is a very big fun fair. Starting very soon. Don't they have like a proper queue? Okay, there's no queue whatsoever, right? It's just like that design. There's no queue at all. Okay, I'm not gonna put this down because it doesn't have any queue, and I will have to do this myself, which we might do later. But yeah, there are a couple of nice designs in here. I believe this is the Main Street building with ride. What's that though? Oh, there's the Family Dipper in here. Wait, is that the Family Dipper 2 over here, right? Yeah, having the same thing twice in a park is not cool. So maybe it is then time to have the Scizzer. That's the one I had a couple of times. This is a beautiful design. And you know what, guys? I think I'm going to go for this one because that just suits this corner so well over here. And it would be the perfect thing to hide away the backstage, okay? So we're going to put the Scizzer in. Well, we have to, first of all, get rid of the pathway here. So, whoops, we are just going to say everything out and then path go on. And we're just going to bulldoze away the path over here. And some of the path elements, we can move this thing over to here. And some of these bins can be put anywhere else. I don't know, we're just going to delete them as well. Just like so. And then we go and have the Scizzer come in. And we're going to Grand Carousel. Is that one? This is the one we have on the corner, right? Yeah. Okay, we're going to go for the Scizzer because the Scizzer, as I said, is fitting absurdly nicely in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, first of all, go for the height because this one has a very interesting height play with it. So let's just do it that way. And now what we have to do, we have to rotate this in a way that we just about have the best out of it. So we can have the queue go a little below that ride. This is fine. We can move the tree That is also kind of cool. It can also be rather close to the coaster here. That would be fun as well. And I am willing to just about hide away this area here, but we still need some pathway leading to here. I think this is a perfect positioning. Yeah, that one sits here like it's meant to be here. Look at that. Yeah, the supports, yet again, we have to, it's actually a shame that I have to open that to add the supports, right? Okay, we leave it as is because I want to have a lot of people in the park first of all, and I don't want to bother with this one first of all. So let's get rid of that little area here, and what we're going to do is we're going to add this one in here. Merge is actually on, so I'm willing to just about put that here, and you know what, we can actually okay, that was stupid. That was a bit stupid. I want to just about, we can drag that all the way here, drag it straight through here. We are going to align the pathway then, and you know what, up until here is fine. And then I'm going to just about like so and so. Okay, this doesn't work with because of that edge. Okay, never mind then. I am then going to, you know what, I'm just gonna make my life a bit more simple. First of all, we are just going to double tap that one and customize all of that. Ooh, have you seen that? What was happening here? I liked how round that, okay, it automatically reshapes. Okay, I'm fine with this then. I'm just going to leave it as is, and we're just going to have that nice little edge over here. Love it. And now it's much simpler to just, use the draw tool to reconnect in here. So just about that should be fine. It doesn't really want to snap here, does it? So let's just do it that way. Okay, fair enough. Okay, the same thing about the foundation again. Let's quickly fix that. So foundation curve off. And now it, oh my god. Oh, look at that. The roundish piece is back. Well, that is a charm, how that worked. And now, yeah, I mean, the problem is we were just to have it looking nice, but we're just going to say deactivate curve. And then, oops, we must just about, hold on. Add foundation curve off. And then, nope. We're just going to be very careful. Nope. Very careful. Very careful. And very, very, Rudy, be careful. There you go. Now that is perfectly fine. This one can stay as is. I'm fine with this. Oh god, this is so gorgeous. This is so gorgeous. Let me see if I need to move that tree a little. I do need to move it a little. So we're just going to have that sit here a bit. Oh, this music is so cozy. Loving also that little bit here. Okay, but now, this is what I just meant. Now I can have the backstage path just go about here. And you know what? We are just going to raise the hedge over here. The hedginess. Over here. Wait, do we have like a random scale is still turned on? Okay, this is why that was moving so weirdly. So we're going to have that hedge sit here. And then we're going to just about have that close off over here under the little train line. And what is also possible is we're just going to do that like so. And now we are going to place a barrier here. And that one should hopefully make our life a bit nicer so that the staff members are just walking in there. So that should fix the thing. Oh my god, what's happening over here? Can I fix this somehow? Hold on, can I just use the draw tool on here to fix that? Oh yeah, well that was almost successful. And now that was successful. Okay, cool. That's like a kind of a narrow path over here. I may fix this eventually with the pathway, but I have to admit that for the moment being, also, let's just go with is it 8 meters? I think it is 8 meters, right? Yeah, that connects nicely. And let's also be intersecting terrain, you're telling me. Okay, well, I believe this might actually be because of that conforming. Nope. How about ground? That shouldn't work too. Okay, well, let's go back to automatic, and we're going to start with like 6 meters. Oh wait, oh my god, why does it let me be that is so weird. Why is it? Okay, hold on. Why was it working? That makes no sense whatsoever, right? Okay, hold on. This works. I mean, I don't mind if that, okay, well, whatever. Sometimes, I mean, as much as I love the new pathing, it is a bit, sometimes it has its own rules. And I still haven't gotten completely by those rules. See, sometimes like this, for example, Why wouldn't it allow me to close it off? I don't mind. Like, if I use the edges now, that should work, right? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But you know what? I don't care. As long as it works, I'm fine. As long as it works, I am absolutely not bothering at all. Okay, so this is just like a tiny little narrow bit over here, which is all good. Which is all good. So we're gonna have this, and we could use some of these boulders here to the edge as well, just so that that does look a little nicer. You know, just so that we have like a bit of an edge here, and it doesn't look so super lost. What did they do? Oh, they did improve the textures. Look at that. There is something going on with the textures. Well, this is new, isn't it? This is absolutely new. That's like a dynamic texture. Wait, this has never been that way before. This is massively improved. What? I was already confused to why these boulders look so good. Or maybe I've never used the tropical one, but hold on. I'm just gonna double check. Is that also the case with the other ones? Because if so, that would be a massive improvement. Yes, it is. Oh, Frontier, you sneaky guys. Wait, hold on. Oh my god. Okay, where's the temperate one? Is that the temperate one? I mean, that one I know had it forever. Like, this is the... I knew that this one had this kind of texture for the whole time. But I'm very positively surprised right now. So, but like these ones don't have it, or do they also change? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, right? No, they don't change. That makes sense. But these are the old ones. These are the pirate ones. They have the changing texture. This is the... was a Taiga rock? Okay, well, the Taiga rock also has a significant change to it. The moss now looks a lot more dynamic. And then we do have that one, and we do also have the tropical one. Okay, so that is pretty damn good. That is pretty damn good. I mean, I could be totally wrong, and I've never used that, but for me personally, it just seems like new. I've never seen that before. That might be a sneaky fix they have brought in. And I just like mention that right now. I'm not sure if this, like, is this, has someone talked? I can't remember that the texture was dynamic on them. Like, as you can see, there is like, it almost looks like as if there's like a fixed spectacular map on it, which is a bit of a weird way of doing it. But like, in order to make stones blend together nicely, as you can tell over here, that is a very clever idea. Because now they just don't look repetitive anymore, despite the fact they are normal stones. I mean, that is very clever indeed. No, I mean, absolutely that's not been the case, because I remember that I had done this at the beginning and they have been rather repetitive, putting them next to each other. Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. Okay, I'm just going to put a little fence in here. And I'm going with this like very classic steel fence. I don't know why. I just feel like it's a good choice for over here. I'm just going to make this, for once I'm doing something myself in here. Like, it's really a lot better than expected to build with blueprints. Like, not that I haven't, like, I know that people do build great stuff in the game, don't get me wrong. It's absolutely not surprising to me at all. But it's like I have that inner drive of doing everything myself. And even if I see all these amazing rides right now, it still kind of annoys me a little. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm still like, I could do that as well. Oh, I have other ideas. I could do it this and this and this way. So it's not like that I need to do that, but it's my inner will, my inner drive that keeps me always on my toes doing that kind of stuff. Look, we can also do a little facility, and we can just go about have everything open over here. We have that latte love kiosk. That one is a beautiful as heck. That is going to be placed right here. Did this just work with the counter? Yeah, that worked, right? So we're gonna auto hire that person. That's like a little latte love kiosk over here. And what else do we have in the facilities? Do we have like another one of these little things? We have the vintage kiosk one. Oh my god, that one is tickets. Is that all? Oh, this is like an information building. That one fits this one relatively nicely. We could put that in the beginning, or we could actually put this here. Oh, I'm almost willing to put this here and then just save myself some work. Oh yeah, we do this. we just do that. We're just going to paint in that area here. Yeah, fantastic. Let's just use the brush and get that curb in. So here we go. Oh, wait a second. That kiosk looked really good. So vintage kiosk it is. And we're going to place this right over here. And let's see that we can hit the right height. It's so hard to tell if that's the right height. I need to just see inside of here. Where's the gizmo? Oh my god. Can I just about... Okay, so it's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. I'm just going to see... Okay, it's not floating at all. I think they're standing just about right on here. Can I... Okay, I can't access these. They are individual ones, right? I have to click them. Or are they inside of the building? Are they... They're not. Okay, I can open this way. And this way. And this way. The only thing is... Okay, so that's the full glass. I would need to get rid of it totally. No, I don't mind. It's just like they stay in. So we have that ticket kind of booth in here. Oh, I love that. Not sure what the tickets will be for. Maybe actually for like some fast pass and stuff. Even though we don't have any fast pass in the freaking park, but that's okay. So we're gonna put that on test already. That little thing. If I move this, like the energy. Okay, I can still put this down here. And this is. Excuse me. What? What the heck was this? Have you seen how that, like... that was so odd. Okay, so, the one is still powered. Everything is powered. Like, if I hide this in here, it's still powered, right? Okay, now it's hidden in there, and we've got some space to put whatever in here later if we wanted to, or make like a little plaza. I still want to have like a restaurant in here. We definitely go and look for a good restaurant, like to make that a nice plaza restaurant, or maybe like a little playground we could do. But anyways, for this episode, we need to put these two big things down and then keep this, or actually call this first episode of this recording session a day. So we're going to go to coasters. And we're going to put this insane Gerst lower down. I think that's this one. Yeah, this is the Jerry ST Law Limitless. But that is this in... Oh my lord. Okay, well, hold on. First things first, I need to plop this on the ground properly. And first things, let's have a look where the actual ground is. Yeah, it's very hard to tell. Where's the ground? Do we have like an indicator? Ah, yeah, that's a good indicator. Is about that one over here. So that is about where it is. Okay, now we have to see where we put this, because obviously I wanted to have this as a main star, and I do feel like it's a good idea to have it here on the side. Now the only question is, and I forgot again to loop the music. I do this every single time. Either we have it this way, or we try to put the water right in here and have the coaster on the other side. So I almost feel like that the coaster would fit in that corner almost like better. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Yeah, no, that was... Okay, so this is... I believe this might be where it is going. If we can make this work with the entrance area, which I'm not entirely sure if it will be working. So this kind of is, oh my god, it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell, but we're going to figure it out. This is about it, so that is nice. So is this just, like, if we put it here, is this just trees? Yeah, we could get rid of the trees. So if we move that closer to this area, and even closer here, is it bopping into the... Yeah, it's bopping. Is that working? Oh my goodness me. I think... Yeah, no, the train might actually be bigger than that, right? I would need to just actually slide that over a little more. And then over here, I would love that interaction with the train. But that is absolutely... Yeah, it might not work because it's too deep though. Okay, I'm still trying to fit in a bit of a nicer way. So this is it would be a good slot, but I would try to make that even nicer. So what about swinging this around and trying to squeeze that in here somehow, which I would be loving if this is going rather in here. And let's have a look. So the coaster goes on top, and now the question is, can we do it in a way that I mean, I could change the layout of the train quite a bit, which is about my favorite thing to be doing. Because I like this idea of the coaster sitting right over here, way too much to not do that. And I'm just about to see, this could be very nice with the backstage over here. We can just put like a bigger wall in, and that would be like a real theme park. But the actual question is, where do we meander the train through? Because the one way would be, I think that's my preferred way, to make it go over the backstage and then curl all the way around and maybe see if we can sneak through here somewhere. I mean, the coaster is kind of expressive, isn't it? I mean, on the other hand side, we would need to try to find a way here. I mean, I would love to meander it. I think we could make it, right? I think we could make that go along here on the side. I think that would fit. I think we can make that. Okay, well, if I just about move that a tad bit over to the side, just to make us a bit more space, and a little over here so it doesn't clash with the backstage building, which it actually doesn't. That's a very nice connection to the backstage building. We can still have that. Yeah, that's perfection. Now this is sitting absolutely where it needs to be. Oh my god, that is like an entire area. This is one of the greatest made blueprints I've seen in this game. Wow. Wow, absolutely astonishing. Okay, but we are not, I mean, I love that pathway, and I'm willing to just continue this. Honestly, we are going to continue this pathway to connect it to here. So we're just going to do this. Yeah, there's that bit of an edge here. I don't mind this edge, to be honest. Oh, I do mind this edge. I do mind this edge. Okay, well, hold on. We're just going to do this. Oh wait, I still haven't done this. So yeah, that's good. And I think, yeah, a clean edge over here will do it. And now what also will do it is just like connect this area here nicely. I'm not sure what this is. This is one of the music I had for this playlist, but the more I listen to it, the more I think of Christmas the whole time. Well, that's nice. That's like our little thing over here. Let's see that we round the corners here nicely. Okay, that doesn't want to round at all. Same goes, why is it not rounding it? Brush size. Okay, it doesn't really want to. I don't mind, then we just do it the other way around. We can use the draw tool instead. And we are just about going to do it this way. And we're just gonna go here and do the same thing on the other side. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Ah, snap. Okay, whoops. My wife just called me. I'm alone at home, by the way, right now with the two kids. And she just called me, so I needed to make a break. And while we were calling, I sneakily edited the path in the background. Don't tell her, okay? Don't tell her. It's very rarely that she watches the video, so there's not the biggest chance that she will find out. No, but just kidding. In fact, I'm not kidding, but I still listened carefully to what she said. Plop. Okay, we've built this one before we change the railway over here. Oh, by the way, look at that. There is this. Oh, they made this thing. Oh, before I forget, actually, look at that. We can just go in, create a custom, and put a vista point on here. Why is that always like the? Don't we have like a vista point over here? Yeah, we do. I'm just gonna grab that one just for the sake that this is already a nicer color. That is a weird color combination. And so we're just gonna do this and change the focus. Is there any piece on the coaster we can make it look for? Okay, let's use this tree then instead. Oh wait, no, this is custom supported. Yeah, there you go, confirm, perfect. And we can say excitement, selfie. Selfie is kind of okay for up here. So kind of a selfie with the coaster is pretty good. Oh, I forgot to get rid of the planters, and they're not. Oh my god, no. But that shouldn't be too much of a big deal. So what I should be able to do is I should be able to just say that and say all filters off besides, let's say, building pieces and nature, I guess. Yeah. And is the custom support still clear? That is clear. Okay. So now I'm individually deactivating some of the trees here because they stood nicely in there. And oh, there were some. Okay, well, this is fine. It's just like a couple planters down here. There's a couple of these things. That's all good. We can individually just quickly delete these things. I'm all good for that, and no big deal, no big deals. We can just like have that one. Got rid of that one too. That's fine. Okay, there's not too much ground shrubbery available over here now, but that is all good. Like, you know, we can get rid of it. We can get away with this. Awesome. Okay, we've put this thing down, which rounds up this area pretty nicely indeed. And now we do the same thing on the other side, and then we will finish this off. It's actually good. I think for 2 more episodes is very good scope, or maybe 1 more episode even. I don't know, but like we're gonna figure that out. So I'm just gonna place this down. And then in the next episode, we're going to see how the guest flow works. So we're going to say track rides, because that should be in here. And this is the updated mountain river rafting, which, oh my God, the what? Hold on, why is it not flopping to the ground? Wait, this is so odd. Am I in the correct camera position? I am. Okay, we're just going to bring this down. So first of all, to see that we are on the same height. About that is correct. Okay, where's the entrance? So this is the entire area, right? Oh, but that one fits like a charm in here. Yeah. Okay. Well, there's no talks about where this is gonna be. So this is just gonna fit right in here. I'm just going to bring this somewhat around, and this is actually the height they say. Is that correct? I mean, it's lower down. This might actually be the case. Why? But that seems to be the correct height. Let's push this forward over here even, and just a little more like this, because we want to have it both. Oh, wait, what the heck? What the heck is this down here? I think this is a fake ride. We don't need to click that one. This needs to be pushed. Oh, wait, where's the entrance? Where's everything? Is that the river? This is the river rapids. Gonna put this on test as well, and the coaster needs to go on test as well. So that is good. We can get rid of this one. So that is pretty much the area. Here you can look, and this is like, oh my God, this is beyond anything I've seen so far. Realism-wise, this is just kind of ridiculous. And that is where it goes. And then there's somewhere over here should be the queue. Where's the queue actually going? So this is like the entire area. We can put like a huge amount of vista points in here. Mountain rafting. So this is the queue, right? Oh my God. So this is going all the way through here. Down below. Oh my God, this is... I am so into building this as well myself, guys. Like, I've got so many ideas to bring something like this into our wonderful area in Fall Lake Forest. But that one is... My God, how's that done? It's a pathway with... Oh, this is just like... No, is that pathway? Pathing, indeed. It's like the gravel path that looks so good with all the rocks and stuff in here. And then we've got... This is where they use the fake ride. So this is basically... If you click on that one, this is the decoration ride. Very cleverly done, by the way. And... I'm still not entirely sure how they have done this so that it looks as if it's that open. Because in fact, this is the ride itself. And as you can tell, there is... I'm not sure how exactly this is done. Is the ride even functional? Because in here, it seems like it's not connected, right? It might actually not work. But it might do work, and they found out some sneaky tricks to make it work. We'll find out if it works or not. We'll find out. Eventually, it's not going to work. And we just have a very nice looking area. Or we're just going to fix it by just building through there and connect the area. Because it looks almost like it shouldn't be too much of a big deal to connect some of the issues. But okay, that's something we're going to figure out in the next episode. I'm going to leave this open here. You have to come back in the next episode. If you want to have the on-rides, if you want to have this wonderful rapids, you got to be here with me in the next episode. We're going to fix this train. We're going to fix this area. We're going to look for a restaurant, which I'm very curious for. And then we're going to see how that is going. So, well then, I'm going to see you in the next one. Until then, stay tuned for the next one. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that kind of stuff. And also make sure to check out the Instant Gaming link if you haven't already, because there's some really good stuff for you in there. As always, if you need a game, DLC, whatnot, there's some stuff in there for you. Okay, until then, have a good time. Talk to you in the next one, and